So I'm delighted to be joined by Alfie Barker, producer of I Was Free. Alfie was the producer and winner of one of the first free prizes that we gave out in our 2018 awards. How are you doing, Alfie?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. How are you?
Yeah, very well, very well. I mean, you're my first interview as part of the launch of this new face-to-face series. So I'm delighted to be joined by you and to give people an insight into what we're going to be doing during these face-to-faces. It's a brief sort of question, a few questions, a conversation, just really what you've been up to since that great night in November 2018.
God, yeah, it was a while ago now.
Yeah, I remember there being a few drinks to celebrate post the event as well.
Oh,
so
God, yeah.
yeah, I think it was quite a late night. So I mean, how have you been? I mean, obviously lockdown has been in place for the last couple of months, saying that no one would have.
Yeah, lockdown, obviously, I'm not shooting anything at the minute or like everyone else, I guess. But since the kind of award ceremony, I think, as you say, November 2018, I've been kind of doing lots of writing in between. I did a mini series that went on BBC Four, which was like a spoken word kind of 4-part mini documentaries that was shot in Leeds. And yeah, I guess I've been like doing a few commercial work as well in between.
So you've been really busy during that period. So you've just
a few ideas and stuff like that.
There we go, brilliant. So I mean, it sounds like you've been really busy. I mean, in terms of that BBC Four sort of series that you mentioned, I mean, do you want to just give a bit of insight around that, just in case? I mean, there's a lot of content online, so that people are checking out. Is that still available to watch?
It is on, well, some of it on the BBC Four catch-up of the programme called Rhyme and Reason. And that was basically like a pilot kind of scheme set up with BBC, the Roundhouse in London and Creative England. And I was only supposed to do 2 of the short films, but then I ended up doing the full kind of mini series. But yeah, it's basically 4 short spoken word films of kind of poets in the UK right now, and it's called Present Tense because it's supposed to represent like what kind of young people are seeing in the world right now.
Okay, cool. I mean, that sounds interesting. I think for anyone that is watching, I'll certainly be checking it out afterwards myself. So yeah, do have a little look around BBC iPlayer and check that out. So, I mean, you touched on sort of what you've been up to since the awards night. I mean, particularly over the last couple of months, sort of how have you adapted to that lockdown? So you mentioned about not being able to film. I mean, everyone sort of in our industry is in a similar position. Sort of how have you adapted yourself to that?
Yeah, I think it is obviously annoying because I know a lot of friends and stuff as well who also had productions that have had to be postponed or cancelled for whatever reason. But yeah, we were supposed to shoot in April. I've literally, yeah, it's been like so many months and years in the making of trying to like coming to this point. But that's fine. We'll still make it at some point. But yeah, I think it's in this time I kind of just been doing a lot of like cooking, exercising, biking, watching paint dry, and basically just writing down ideas and stuff that potentially could be used in the future. But I think the one thing that kind of helps is not having like any big deadlines or anything, and just kind of working to what kind of comes naturally. So otherwise you don't want to be looking at time and date and stuff at the minute and creating those things.
No, I mean, I agree. I mean, you touched on sort of the exercise point. A lot of people that I've spoken to throughout this period have used it as a chance to reset, particularly myself. So, I mean, we released a video last week with myself and Kelly, who you probably recall from the awards night, where we announced the drama, so an additional award. I think I looked at myself in that video and I was just like, God, I mean, I wasn't exercising as keenly, but since that video's got released, I was on 8 days in a row. So I think it's just that opportunity to reset is
definitely, and finding things to do that you don't normally do. I guess like I'm doing a lot of things that I don't normally do, like non-film related as well, which is equally as fun. And yeah, just use it as a time to do other things.
Oh, brilliant. I think you touched on your next project just there, and I know that the intention is for you to use the prize that you won through our competition in 2018 for this project. Could you just give us a brief insight? I know you don't want to overshare, but if you could just give us a brief insight in your next project, that'd be brilliant as well.
Yeah, so basically it's based on kind of like a true story about a refugee family's endeavor to find a home and the kindness that they found from a stranger. That's kind of like the log line if you want, but it's basically, yeah, it's based on a true story about a family that I knew about at my local swimming pool that ended up living in one of the boiler rooms. So I've kind of like written this narrative idea around it. But yeah, we're just waiting to make it now. It's really annoying because I've been talking about it forever and now we're like ready to actually film it, but yeah, soon come.
Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, obviously let us know sort of how you progress. Obviously, I mean, we spoke a bit about the insurance before.
Yeah,
coronavirus sort of came around, but yeah, do keep us informed and sort of when it's all ready.
Yeah, the prizes definitely help with like the insurance side of it as well, the casting and the actual equipment hire as well, which is, I know, part of the award at the time. But
yes,
yeah, we're excited.
Cool, brilliant. And I mean, look, the idea of these face-to-faces are to keep them quite deliberately sort of short. So just to sort of sign off, and again, just thank you for your time. But in terms of the last question, I just wanted to ask you, if you were to give one piece of advice to filmmakers, what would it be? Or maybe what was the best piece of advice that you've received to date?
Yeah, I think, I'm still learning myself, so I hate these questions. But yeah, I don't know, the one piece of advice that helped me is the one rule in filmmaking is to have no rules. And that kind of helped me kind of like not overthink things and just kind of go along with it and film something or write something down, or having no rules, there's no boundaries and stuff. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. Useful piece of advice there. I'm sure many people would agree. I think just quickly, do you want to give a quick plug on how people can follow you on social?
Yeah, I guess I'm everywhere. I'm on Instagram and Twitter, and I've got a website and stuff. So if you wanted to watch any of my content,
check it out. Okay, cool. So we'll share some links with how you can follow Alfie at the end of this video and in the links. Check us out as well. We're at Performance Ins, so Performance INS on Instagram, Twitter. We're on Facebook as well. And yeah, stay tuned. This is the first of 7 face-to-face in series 1. All right, thanks again, Alfie, and we'll catch up soon.
Thank you.